Dropout podcast. Welcome back, and this is the second episode of us in quarantine. So this is, I think, the fourth week now. Is it the fourth week?
Yeah,
Or
this is the
five?
fourth. This is the fourth now because it was originally
They've
for three
extended it.
weeks. Yeah. Now it's extended
Yeah,
again. Yeah,
exactly 3 weeks. So how are you coping, my friend?
I'm alright. Actually, yeah, I'm alright. I think I'm alright. I think it could be worse. You know,
Yeah, oh, yeah, definitely.
could be
Like
worse.
having like China's lockdown. Their version of lockdown was like military like enforced, so there was like soldiers out on the streets. Like we don't have that, do we?
Yeah,
Like there's still you can still like go out and stuff. Obviously, it's only once a day, but you can still go out. So it's not as extreme, but we could be much worse.
yeah, we could definitely be honest. My anxiety's been bad though. My
Has it?
yeah. I was telling you now, but like my anxiety for some reason has been worse every day when I wake up. Like I'll wake
Oh
up
yeah, it will be.
and I wake up super late too, so that doesn't help. I think there's just
Yeah,
like a whole combination of things that are making everything bad.
your sleeping pattern is fucked.
Oh yeah,
I
it's
don't get.
so bad.
I text you like at 9 in the morning or like half
I
nine.
won't respond. Nah.
No, until like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, two
I'm
o'clock.
like, you're like, oh yeah, I woke up. I'm like, all right, okay, like that's not good.
I know.
You could be getting,
Yesterday I went to bed at 12:30, which was really good. Because the
yeah.
night before I went to bed at like 4 a.m. and then the night before
Oh,
that like 3
Jesus
a.m.
Christ.
And it's like, yeah, it's bad. But then I wake up at the same time every day, which is like around 1 to 2 o'clock, which is again still bad, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah.
So your anxiety's like been up then since
I
like
think
obviously.
so. Yeah, I think
Why do you
so.
think that is then? What's the biggest factor for you then?
Staying inside all the time, bro. So I don't.
Yeah.
I'm doing the same things every day, like on my
Yeah.
computer, just playing games or waiting for somebody to be awake to play a game, and
Yeah.
it's so dead. It gets so
I
dead.
know.
It's so
I know.
tiring.
Because that's
Um,
the thing, like you just fall into like you fall out of routine because like obviously you'd have like some sort of structure to your day, like maybe we'd meet up, like what we always met up once a week to try and film, or like even if we didn't film,
yeah,
we'd just meet up and chill out. But like now we're not having that opportunity. Like it's like it is starting to like grind me down a little bit more. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Going out and like going for a walk it's you can only do that so many times, and there are more walks you can go on, but I mean like y- you can't be bothered to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's a lack of like
I think
motivation to do anything really.
yeah. When you don't have like a pattern every day, I have been like yesterday. I streamed for like 4 hours, but then I
Did you?
remember, yeah, like it was 4 hours, and that helped my anxiety. But instead of the anxiety, I just got really like
Angry?
no, I just got really like flustered and like bothered and like super like red, super hot. I don't know why, but I'd never used to
Can you
feel like that.
notice it?
You
Can
are?
you notice when you like can you like notice when you feel more anxious?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, sure.
What like
I think I'm more in tune now with my emotions than I have ever been in my life. So
really?
yeah, I understand
That's
what
good.
like when I'm feeling like a type of way. I'm like, I know it's like anxiety, or if I'm like feeling nervous, or if I'm feeling like flustered. I'm like before I struggled a lot to like understand my emotions, whereas now I'm
Yeah,
more
and identifying it.
yeah. I do
'Cause
I do research on like this stuff because it's
yeah,
like
you have to.
it's interesting, and it helps ease my mind knowing that I don't have this like it's just me, you know, not
Yeah,
some other
exactly.
people. I seek comfort in the fact that I'm not the only one that feels like a type of way.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's human nature, is it? To me, like to feel like part of something, like even if it's like in the smallest minority, but like to feel part of something is important. But I think everyone feels like part of this, obviously, at the moment,
Oh
like
yeah, for
because it like
sure.
there's a sense of like everyone's like I've had more hellos like in the past 4 weeks when I've been out walking than ever have in my life. Like every person I've walked past and be like, "Hi," I'm like, "Hello." Like I
Yeah,
don't know them. They might maybe walking a dog. That everyone just seems a little bit more cheerful to like because that's your one time that you're out. Supposedly, obviously, people
yeah.
are
People
breaking
are more.
rules and going out
Yeah,
more. But you're like that's like it's more like it's like sacred to somebody that one out like that one time you can go out that day, and everyone kind of
it's
feels
it's funny because in these times we're meant to be the most antisocial that we are, but
yeah.
somehow from what you're saying, it sounds like we're more social than before.
Well, have you seen? Are you on? You're on Insta. Obviously, you're on Instagram. But I mean, well, I'll relate it to streaming then. So on streaming, is there more? like, do you notice more viewers? Like, is there a higher like percentage of people online? Or obviously there is, but I mean, like, can you see it?
What, you can see like the numbers of viewers that you have?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
yeah,
can see that all the time. You can see like people typing and stuff like that in the chat. And,
yeah,
like even though like the majority of the people that watch it, like my friends, it's like
there's a lot more of them.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's like some weird thing of like showing my face, you know, because I
Yeah,
stream with my face cam, where and I don't know what it is because with podcasts I'm okay because it's not just me, you know. It's
mm,
not like it's you too.
yeah,
Whereas you're streaming, it's like on your stream in specific, obviously there's other people streaming with their face cams on, but like in your stream specific, it's just you and people can just see your face. And if you make like a stupid facial expression,
you get,
everybody sees that, you know, and they
yeah.
don't. It's I don't know why, but it gets to me. It gets to me a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I feel I've gotten much more comfortable, obviously, through this being able to speak on camera. Like before, I'd never done it, and
Yeah.
like doing it now is more like I appreciate it more as well when I watch it. So like I've watched shitload more of podcasts
Yeah,
since
same.
being like I've gone 3 hour ones, like they're long ass ones, and I've kept it on, and I've just even had it on the background, like like making food, like or
Mhm.
anything,
Mhm.
like 45 minutes here and there. I'm just watching it a lot more, and I
Mhm.
can appreciate like when I'm listening to somebody. Like previously, I didn't really appreciate Lawrence. You know Lawrence on True
Oh
Geordie.
yeah, yeah.
I
People
didn't
people
really.
have like people either hate that guy or like him a lot.
He's like Marmite. Like you either love him or you hate him. And I really didn't like him when I first started listening. But like from like doing it myself now, I've been able to appreciate that. Like it is difficult to sit there and have a conversation, and he's quite good at interviewing people. They're quite good at that. Like but the pair of them.
Yeah.
They haven't been filming much, have they?
For Jordan stuff. I don't know. I don't keep up with them. I main the main podcast like I listen to is like Mom's Basement, um, uh, the Impulsive Show with Logan Paul. Uh,
Is he
which
quarantining with everyone then?
yeah,
Because it's
he's
quite
got like all of his friends and stuff like that.
yeah,
So it's like for him, it's okay. I don't know.
yeah. They've been out in America. People are being forced to wear masks now. That's
I know.
crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I know. I saw that and I was like, what? That's
Like I
I don't know why UK in particular is not taking more like
drastic measures
yeah, more measures to
prevent
improve
it.
to improve what's going on because like I read today that Germany is already like they started around the same time like their major lockdown started the same time as ours did, I believe. I could be wrong, but I
Yeah,
saw like a tweet saying that they're starting to open up, you know, the economy and stuff like that because they had like a way more control procedure and way more testing done, which our country seems to be not testing the majority. But
yeah. We
it's
seem
like
to be lacking there.
yeah, we're not really testing everybody. And
No.
the idea of having like an antibody is what Germany did, and that seems to be working more than anybody because if you've had it before and then you survive from it, you should be able to go outside, you know. Whereas
Yeah,
I don't think that the UK is really pushing that. I could be wrong, but
yeah. It does feel like we were like out of everything that's going on at the moment. Obviously, we're not the worst. Like we're not the worst affected area, obviously, in the world. But the lockdown came later than everyone expected, in my opinion. Even though it was a surprise on the day, I feel like people were still like, you know, still rooting for the idea that people didn't want to go to work because they didn't feel comfortable because people were self-isolating at the
yeah,
time. Do you remember prior to it? Because people were,
yeah,
if you
people are
develop
bulk
any
buying.
symptoms, you'd have to, yeah. People that they look fucking stupid as fuck now, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Everyone that bulk buyed, like everyone that went like, over the top with the toilet paper and the hand sanitizer. The hand sanitizer is a weird one for me because I was talking to my friend, obviously, that's a nurse, and it's basic knowledge, but she said that if you're in the house, soap and water is better than like an antibacterial gel, like rubbing on your hands. If
right.
you're in the house, it's the best thing to do is to clean your hands. Like she's saying like because she's been like transferred now to another. She's been transferred twice now, and she's a bit more worried now because like like they're gonna like in some countries they've been setting up like pop-up hospitals.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're trying to. That's what they may be doing in Swansea. So
Right.
like that could be a possibility. You know, down Bay Studios, down by Fabian Way,
Yeah.
down by there.
Oh,
In
that's turned
obviously
into
in
like
the
a testing thing right now. Yeah.
not a testing thing, a pop-up hospital for people because they don't have
Oh.
enough room. Yeah, so they're worried exactly. So they're worried about like the peak, obviously, because it hasn't even peaked in the UK, which is weird. Like I'm wondering whether or not it's going to be too late though. We're going to take the measures that some other countries have, and the curve won't. It'll be a longer process, and it's annoying me by seeing more people like out and about, like with their friends, like clearly they don't live together. Like if I'm driving to the shop, like the other day, we drove to Tesco's down the road, and I just saw a group of girls. I was like, you definitely don't all live together. I know for a fact that you're friends. I could, quite clearly tell that they had met up. And I'm like, it's you guys that do like, it's just, don't be fucking stupid. Like no one wants to live like this today.
Yeah.
No one wants to be living like this for the rest of their life.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think everyone's anxiety has gone up as well. In my opinion.
For sure. Yeah.
Because there's a lot more although there's been like a camaraderie like between people, when people get pissed off or angry in public now, it's very like quick, and people will snap very quickly. Like I walked past
people are on edge. That's why people are always on
exactly.
edge now, so.
And because that's the thing, we don't know how the fuck we're going to solve this. No one at the moment really does. In Germany, then, did they develop an antibody then?
Well, an antibody is essentially somebody who's had the coronavirus and they've survived, so therefore they are immune to it. They can't get it anymore, supposedly. But
well, apparently you can get it twice though. There's people that have been having it.
Yeah,
twice.
you apparently there's like stages of it where you have like an up, and then you feel okay again for like a few days, and then it could feel like crap, and that's when it's like severe.
Right.
So people who have passed that like a month on or however long, I think that's the route that Germany wanted to make.
Yeah,
and I think that's what they've done at least. I saw like a few tweets about it. So and I think that Germany wanted to do that from the start as well. Which they did, and they did. Clearly worked.
Well, I can't believe Boris Johnson had it. That was a bit weird. He was in intensive care as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. There was some weird people online being like, he did this just for like publicity and for people to just not go outside. It's just like, man, how like
insensitive.
Yeah, and not even just insensitive, but how deranged Stupid. Can you actually be that he would do that, and like. Yeah. Even if even if you're not in like political favor of, Boris Johnson or whatever it is your views may be on him, it's stupid to think. And another thing is, it's stupid because I saw people genuinely like saying things like that, like if he dies and stuff like that, they won't care, or like they wishing that he died. People are like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. This was like a few weeks ago now, but it was so stupid, and I'm just like, no matter your political view on someone, you shouldn't wish somebody dead. Come on.
No, you don't need. You shouldn't. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, have you seen all the conspiracies about fucking the 5G towers and shit?
Oh
like
yeah, man.
That was
the 5G tower conspiracy is just the most ridiculous thing I've heard in a long time.
No, that was stupid. Sorry, I'm gonna have to travel the podcast with me to grab the charger for the laptop. I fucked up. I didn't even.
Do you know what?
I moved.
You know what's crazy though is the amount of like music that's been coming out in quarantine.
Oh yeah. People are getting like really, really artistic with what they're doing. In my opinion, like there's like obviously people have the access to a home studio. Like that's every producer's dream, isn't it? Really, to be able to do that. Yeah. Like in every like song. So who else? So what music have you been listening to the most then since quarantine?
Anything that's really just came out is what I've been mainly listening to. Like I didn't listen to the Tory Lanez album.
I haven't had a chance to. Apparently people have been slating it though.
I didn't want to listen to it because I've never been a big fan of him, and not because I don't like his music, but because I just when I listen to an artist, I want to like invest my time into like person as well, because they are the artist, and so I don't have the capacity or energy to invest my time into somebody that I don't
care about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I listened to Playboy Carti's new song, which is At Meh. Have you seen that? I saw the cover for it,
but I haven't listened to it yet. I'm not really a massive fan of him, and like I think he's a little bit one of the overrated ones for me. I'm like, he sounds like a lot of other rappers I've heard before. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's I like him on like some type of features, you know what I'm saying? Like he's good. He's good when he works with like Uzi, I find. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like they've had like some like hard songs. But the new song is like people think, and I don't know if I believe it or not, but people believe that Uzi and Carti. If people don't know who Uzi and Carti is, then
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
I don't know if you're living under a rock or what. But like Uzi and Carti like used to be like best friends supposedly, but now apparently they have beef. And that song that Carti made and put out was like a diss against Uzi. But then none of the bars really like kind of make me think it's about Uzi. But Uzi is apparently making. Actually, tomorrow it's Sunday now. Yeah, tomorrow there's by the time this is out, it would be a lot clearer as to what happened if they did have beef or if they were just doing it as a publicity stunt. But
Yeah,
they're meant to be both dropping like I think maybe an album. Nah, there's no way Carti's dropping an album. I think there's new songs coming out from Uzi and Carti tomorrow, and people are either gonna be like Uzi's dissing Carti. I don't know why, or they're gonna be like on a track together, and it's gonna be like this big thing. I don't know,
right.
but it's like it's crazy. People are like really looking into like these tweets because they're always so. The tweets that they put out, it's like they're really like you have to try and like think about what they're trying to say because they're so like what's the word I'm looking for? They're so like sus about what they're saying. Like you don't know what they're saying if it's like beef or if it's like whatever. It's strange. It's really strange.
It's probably like a bit of a publicity thing because obviously
people
both
think
artists.
that.
Well, I would say it sounds like a lot like because they've worked together before and they what was one of like their biggest tracks they had together.
Woke up like this.
Oh yeah,
Woke
that's
up like
one.
this, yeah.
Yeah.
They had what was the other song? They apparently have like hundreds of songs, but the other like big banger that they have is it was Woke Up Like This and something else. I can't remember what it's called, but they're both good.
Have you seen Tory Lanez's quarantine radio though?
Yeah.
That's been good. That's funny. That's literally like a podcast, isn't it?
Yeah. He got banned for like a week or some shit like that.
He has like 120,000.
He's
viewers.
Crazy, bro, and the biggest celebrity's
Instagram.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy to me. He had like
6IX9's
Drake going on there.
now.
Oh yeah, 6IX9INE.
That's a bit crazy. I can't believe he's out.
Yeah.
People are still saying they're like. Someone asked Lil Mosey about the other day. They were like,
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they were like, would you work with him? He was like, no way. I fair play, but the thing is, you've got to put that in perspective. That whole thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, some people just don't. It's hard because we are not from that culture. You know what I mean? So it's hard to like really say
yourself in your shoes.
Yeah, like you can say that you wouldn't be okay with it, but like from their perspective, like the artist's perspective, it's like their career is like on the line. You know, I can't imagine. I think I saw something like I can't imagine like the first song that 6ix9ine is gonna do. It's probably gonna be like a solo song, right? But people are probably gonna be like flaming the producer for working with 6ix9ine. Because then he's gonna be like, "Damn, you're okay with 6ix9ine." The people who aren't okay with 6ix9ine are gonna feel that way. At least.
Well, he is at the end of the day what everyone would call him is a snitch, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like it's crazy that he got out basically early because of this virus.
YNW Melly, he didn't get out.
Trying.
Oh, it's so sad.
He said he's got it.
He's so sad.
Did you see that he tweeted? Did you see what he tweeted?
He tweeted to Kanye, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, help, bro. Please DM or something like that.
Yeah, he was like, "Help, bro, DM me." I was like, "Oh."
He's gonna get Kim Kardashian as a lawyer.
He's getting people out though, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
People are saying, there's conspiracy about her doing that though.
Really?
Yeah, there's conspiracy about her doing all of this stuff because she wants to run as like
president?
No, not president, but like mayor of the California state, or she wants to become like a senator of the California state. That's why she wants to do it. Governor, yeah, something like that, yeah. Right, and it's like, oh wow, that's what.
Yeah, but fair play.
Yeah,
on it, though.
If she does it, then she does it. But like,
Yeah.
It's funny knowing the background of somebody
Yeah, yeah.
and knowing that they're now your lawyer, you know? I can't imagine like being in jail and be like, damn, Kim Kardashian's my lawyer, knowing the past of who where she came,
literally.
you know? But like,
She got famous. She got famous off a sex tape. That's literally all that happened. Basically.
I mean, yeah.
Have you thought about my mother kept saying like she sent the statistics of like there's gonna be a massive baby boom now, isn't it? Obviously,
Is there really? Oh yeah,
yeah,
damn.
that's what they're expecting, isn't it?
Yeah, people
I
who
mean, there's people
together.
having shit. Well, yeah, literally sleeping together all the time and being in the house. You have nothing else to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I can't relate, but yeah.
What's the one thing that you're looking forward to the most then?
Oh man, you asked me this last podcast and I said McDonald's, but I want to get a new tattoo.
Legit, no, don't like. It can't be McDonald's. When you said that, I was like, come. First thing, that's what you're most excited about is when you get out of this quarantine. Is like legit the favorite thing that you've been looking forward to doing, but you haven't been able to do.
Getting a tattoo. I want to get a tattut.
Yeah,
because
I was just about to get a tattoo. I was literally just about to get a tattoo.
Really?
And I was like,
because
I want to get one before. Well, I wanted to get my arm. I want to get my arm filled at the top. I want to get the 4 pocket watches tattooed on my arm. So that's fine. But that was like it was gonna be like £500 or £600, and I was like, okay, fair play, because it's gonna be probably like a 2-day session.
When was the last time you had one?
I think the last one I had was this. It was that one.
How long ago though? Like
I'd say over a year and a half ago.
Damn. Okay, because it's been almost a year since I've had another one. Fine.
Well, that's what I'm mainly worried about. You know, like tattoo artists, hair, you know, like hairdressers and stuff like that, and small companies like that. That's the biggest thing that can be affected from this, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
True.
Like, although there's gonna be business support, but I mean, like, that's how they make money. Do you know what I mean? Like, although like Elliot, my friend, Elliot, the one that did the tattoos, Swansea. No, Park Street Tattoo.
Park
Street,
yeah, Park Street.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, they're the best tattoo place in Swansea, in my opinion.
Really, you think so?
Yeah, 100%. All of them are brilliant artists, really legit. Like Amy's amazing, Jordan's amazing, Elliot's sick. They've got some other people there, but I haven't been for ages, obviously.
Yeah, I think I agree. But then I can only speak because I've only been to 2 in Swansea.
Yeah, exactly.
So and it's hard when you have like close relations with like.
Yeah, of course. But he said to me, he was like, it's not as much like, although you have to pay maybe £500 for the tattoo, there's a lot of stuff that he has to pay for that, and that has to go back to the shop as well. Like, you know, they don't get to pocket £500 straight into their pocket.
Oh, of course, no, I know it goes.
But those types of people, like, you know, restaurants now, they're changing like how they will operate. Like they've changed, you know, a lot of places have added like delivery stuff into, but that's really expensive to do. So to get like, the license and to get the hygiene ratings.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to going for a nice meal. Like that's what I've missed the most. That's what I'm missing the most now. Yeah, I'm missing like a nice meal with a nice drink, like, and being able to do it whenever I want to. Obviously, like I'm not that badly affected. Like it could be much worse. Like as we've said earlier on the podcast, like it could be much worse. But that's what I think a lot of people are neglecting, is that some people aren't going to get this time back. Do you know what I mean? I know it's like annoying and it's upsetting that you can't go out, you can't do the things you want to do, but you can put it in perspective that you're never going to have this time off again.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're saying, because there's those types of people that are complaining. I'm like, though you'll complain that when you're in work and you're doing all these hours, and then it's like, oh, I wish I had that time back, and now you can really like capitalize on just spending time with yourself. And
I think this will make people more like
appreciative.
Yeah, appreciative of like their work.
Smaller things. Yeah, and smaller, like the small, like, although we have to like we can appreciate like now like reading a book or like going for a nice walk with your family or like, you know, well, your family. The little things like going out for food or like meeting up with me and you, like just being able to podcast is like a good thing for me during the week. Like it's just like a nice little thing that we get to do, and like you get to hang out with your friends. So, I mean, and you can't do that.
Yeah,
and it's that's getting weird for me now. I'm like, I do want to see my friends. Do you know what I mean? Like I want to like be able to do stuff.
Yeah,
I want to be. I like walking. I like people watching as well. I love people watching.
You're one of those. You watch people.
Yeah, man. I have seen some fucking weird characters.
Tell me like one of the funniest ones that you've had so far that you've seen.
There's a guy that's quite like he's quite well known in Swansea. You've probably seen him. The guy that walks around like in like a pink leotard, and he's got like a head, like a massive like crown on, and he's got like armbands on, and he's got like a dress, and he's got shoes. And
I've never seen this guy. I've never seen
this man. He's like, he just does it because it makes him happy, and he just walks around with an absolute smile on his face.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's sick. Like that's how he lives his life, and he just walks around. I saw him on Valentine's Day. He walked past couples like all throughout it, and I watched him like from a distance. And he said Happy Valentine's to every person he walked past. To every single one. He was like, Happy Valentine's. And he was like blowing kisses to people. And he wasn't like being weird. He is creepy because it's a fucking weird man.
It's a strange thing to do. But
mate, he walks everywhere. And I mean fucking everywhere. Like my friend's mum has become friends with him by giving him outfits to just wear. And like they just developed a friendship through that. It's fucking
that's awesome.
He's funny as fuck.
We gotta get him on the podcast.
Man.
Imagine. You have the link, bro. You have a link. You actually have a link.
Yeah, but I don't know him. I don't know.
That's fine. We don't know. If we can, when this is all over, we need to get him back, and we gotta ask it how the quarantine affected him, because he can't do that anymore.
I saw a couple of. I could clearly tell that they were homeless, but like, it must be quite upsetting for those people, because like, like when someone walked past, and like I've had the odd conversation with a homeless person, and like it's been like a genuine nice conversation I've had with them. And they've been lovely, and they've been interested, and they've told me a funny story.
There's a stigma around them.
Exactly, but I think that one conversation that person has that day might be the only conversation they have for like 2 weeks.
That's very true. That's very true.
I mean? It might be and they don't, and obviously now they are homeless. No one's out giving money. Like some people give out money, some people buy them food. Like it's like that. I get torn, like it's like during this time I'm like, oh, I should relax, and then I get like on the other spectrum, I'm like other end of the spectrum, I'm like, fuck, it could be really bad for some people, and I start to worry, like, because I'm a worrier, like, do you know what I mean? Like I worried about this since day one.
Yeah.
Like I remember when I saw the first article on Swansea Online in work. There's someone in Swansea that had been confirmed to have it. I was like, shit. I saw so many people scared. I was like, I knew this was gonna happen. Shit, we all need to go home. I was like freaking out. I was like, fuck, because I was scared of it anyway. But at the time, it wasn't affecting everybody, and now it's gotten to a point where it's affecting everybody. And I I keep thinking like, oh fuck, what about the homeless people? What about business owners? And then I think like about like trying to help out however I can. Like like if I've ordered food now, I haven't ordered food from like like a chain restaurant or like a something that's gonna be fine. They have the funds behind them to be okay in the next 6 months.
Sure.
They've been projected for the next 12 months or whatever.
But wait, what is it meant to be that long?
No. Like companies project like they have funds for 12 months.
Yeah, they already know they know
they're okay. But like the person that owns a coffee shop down the road who started doing deliveries should be the people that you go into. Do you know what I mean? And like, there's a nice sense of between that, like being able to support local businesses.
Your community.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really order food. Sorry. Parents make food all the time. Well, we have pizza now and then.
I've made. That's one thing I really want. I haven't had since quarantine. I really want a Domino's. I had pizza last night, but I really want.
I had Domino's like.
I did see. Are you like, because people are like hands like sanitizing them down? Are you sanitizing them down and everything?
Nah.
Same.
It's, I mean, when they give it to you, they're wearing gloves and they put,
that makes
they
me
put it on the
more
floor in front of you. So
yeah,
you don't exchange.
It's not. Yeah, and like that's another thing. I'm like, if they should be taking the precautions in work to make sure that they're clean and and everyone's healthy and everything. So it shouldn't be happening. I know it can. I know that could be a possibility, but I'm fucking risking it. Do you know what I mean? I had Chinese the other day. The Chinese was incredible. They're absolutely incredible.
Very nice.
Very good. Very good.
What are you drinking? Is that alcohol?
Yeah, Brewdog Punk IPA. It's very nice, to be honest. like I said in the last podcast, I've started drinking much more now. I've had a Corona already. It's gin o'clock soon, but
Gin o'clock. Very
that
nice.
was probably the worst joke I've probably made on the podcast.
Does
I
drinking
realized,
give you like when you when you drink? Do you drink a lot to the point where you're drunk?
no, like in the house, I think it'd be a bit weird to be doing that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be in the getting steaming. Have you seen people doing all these nominations and shit?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Mate, like I did one. Like, I have
I
done
got
one.
nominated for it, and I was
Yeah,
just like, I ain't
I
doing it.
nominated you.
Did
I
you?
nominated you. Yeah.
Oh, I got nominated by 2 people then, and I just didn't do it. I'm just
But
like,
I've
I can't
I've
bring
seen
myself
some
to do it.
mate, I've seen some people doing like 5 or 6, like, and they're necking 5 or 6, like over like a 2-hour period, like because obviously you can see the time that they posted it, and I'm like, fuck me, you're going through like quite a lot, and I'm like, you're just getting steaming in the fucking house. It's like chill the fuck out.
I probably will do it, but like when I don't know what
I
I'm
probably
saying.
will do it.
I don't know. I got nominated, and I'm just like, what is it for anyway? Like, it's just a trend, right? It's just a random trend that's going.
Yeah, I tell you what, a big trend in dancing at the moment is people doing like online classes, and that was something no one ever did that. Like there was only one sort of company I knew that was doing it, and everyone prior was like, oh, that's pointless, and now everybody's doing it, and I mean everybody's doing it. They're doing like classes, and it's good because I've been able to learn off some people that I've wanted to learn off for years, but like it's like when people start charging for them, I'm like, it's a bit weird because I'm like, there's so much out there free that you could be able to do. So I don't think there's any point of of paying for a class. I'm like, I understand because obviously they need to make a living because that's their money.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's how they make money. Like they make money by teaching, competing, and doing shows and gigs and stuff. So they don't have any money coming in. But I'm like, there's such a wide variety of like, say for example, if there's such a wide variety of music that's you can get free, like download it or whatever, you're not going to go buy it in store. Do you know what I mean? It's what we're doing. That's like a big trend with us.
With
like,
dancing and like lessons going on right now is like, I think the reason why like online business, like online dance shit is doing well now, like you said, is because that's the only way to do it, and people still want to dance.
Yeah.
But the reason why it wasn't doing well when we didn't have like a quarantine, or that people could go out to like actual physical dance lessons, is because I imagine, I speak for myself, but I imagine most people on this planet feel like they learn better knowing that you have that physical body next to you showing you and actually instructing you, whereas if it's through a video, that's kind of the only thing that you have to do.
It is weird, mind. It is really weird because Instagram is mirrored, but like it is weird to be standing there like for like an hour time period, just being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna learn off a phone for an hour.
Yeah.
So have you since you've been in quarantine, have you streamed like a lot more than you used to do?
I did it my first time yesterday, and I've had my Twitch channel for like 6 to 7 years.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I know. I checked.
They've been going for 6 to 7 years.
You what?
How long has Twitch been going on then?
Oh, much longer than that. They came from this other website called Justin.tv, which is like an in real life stream thing. But they've been going for time. But I noticed like my old streams I was looking at, and I was like, damn, I streamed on this channel 6 years ago, and that would have been when I'd have been 16, and it's crazy. I was looking at myself, and I was just like, damn. I look so different.
I feel like since growing facial hair, I've started to see myself more different, like different than I have prior. Like whenever like I've shaved like in the past, like I've looked so weird without a beard. I'm always like, oh, that looks fucking awful.
Yeah.
Like, I can see like my chin. I'm like, I don't like it.
Yeah. That's what I don't like. That's what I don't like. I think that having a beard. Mine's growing back now, obviously. Like last time we filmed, I don't think I really had one.
No.
But like it's growing back.
I think you had shaved like 2 days ago. You looked.
I know. I look
so
horrible.
Young.
I know. I look so dumb. I look like a mole rat, like I said.
Mole rat.
But like
I pissed myself when you said that.
Having a beard like genuinely like helps your jawline. You know what I mean? It definitely helps like the go of the jaw.
Have you seen people shaving like their heads? Like people just because they're Man, I couldn't think of anything worse than
I don't want to do that.
Like I'm good with growing my hair long. I'm fine with that. I can go a long time. I've sorted my beard out, like I trimmed it out a little bit, like, but I couldn't. I could easily go with long hair. Some people have been doing like home cuts, and it looks awful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people look awful,
Yeah.
like absolutely awful.
Yeah, I know.
I hope you're thinking of what I'm thinking of.
Oh, as in terms of who?
Yeah,
It's obviously somebody I know. So.
yeah. Well, if not, we'll talk about it after the podcast.
Oh, you can say. Surely you can say the name.
No. I'm not gonna.
What's the letter of the first name?
M.
I don't know.
It's somebody that we both know, definitely.
I don't know. Oh yes, no, we do know. We do know who it is. What a guy. Yeah. We love that guy.
Yeah, I do.
But
crazy.
He's not gonna watch this.
Probably not.
Okay.
But it's all good. It's all good. That's fine. I'm happy with him now. It's all good. Time was needed. Do you know what I mean?
One day we'll talk about.
Oh, of course. But then that'll be like 100 years. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's when the podcasts are gonna get like actually good. Is when we can talk about whatever we want to talk about, because there's things that we can't talk about because we're not like we're
not stupid.
We are not like at the right. Yeah, we can't really do it when we can't. But oh, man, there's so many things, so many fucking things.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
There's so many things that we can't just talk about in general.
But I know this sounds stupid, and obviously, like this has been not a very well. I think we spoke about coronavirus quite a lot in this one. I think it's been very relevant. But I mean, that's what going off subject. That's what I'm more excited for. Is like, I know for a fact that this can go on for a long period. There's gonna be a long period because obviously we see each other, things happen. We'll be able to speak about stuff like this whole situation now. This is definitely something we can speak about for a long time because we're both going through it. Everyone else is going through it, and you do become you draw towards like listening to that or watching that or reading about something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's important to note. But we've got so much we can speak about like 4 years down the line, and that's what's nice. And we've got like, how long?
I can't wait to speak about the things that I am currently like know, and even like man, I can't wait for the day like when I'm gonna be able to like speak about like interactions with people I've had. Not to necessarily call them out, but I think that if you're gonna have a podcast, the perfect place to like not call someone out, but to talk about someone in your experience with someone is a podcast. And but I don't feel comfortable enough to talk about people I know. But I can't wait till I can, because then I'm just gonna it'll be so interesting.
But that's the thing. That's what it'll be for us, and that's what's important. Is that it will be interesting. It won't be a slate-in thing. It won't be slagging off somebody. It'll just be talking about experience that we've been able to have, and that's what I like about podcasts. That's what it comes down to for me, is that I can sit there and listen to a conversation about something that's like some people's like been affected by it and stuff like that. It's interesting. I mean, I'm more excited for it.
I want to be able to like talk about like the things that I've like done wrong to people, but the things that other people have done wrong to me too. Because then I think that it'll show how much like, for example, like if I talk about, for example, like a year down the line or whatever, when everything's cool, because I don't think everything's cool still.
Nah.
But when it gets to that point, man, I just man, because I don't want to cause drama when you make.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I can't. That's the one thing that I want to avoid in life is like that's what
controversy and.
Yeah, and like, and that's what I've been able to hone that in more as well. Like over these past couple of weeks, because I've been like, I can't be bothered to read anything shit. I can't be bothered to be fucking brought down and like dragged down and like it's this, it's that, and that. I know it's going on. I'm aware of what's going on, but I don't need to read about it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
it'll be good because that's what everyone has to do now. They have to listen to podcasts for about a year. And
I've seen memes about the amount of grown men starting a podcast. and just to clarify, we made this podcast before there was a quarantine, so we do not fall into that category.
So how long have we been doing this for now? I'm going to find out actually.
I came back in October and we uploaded the first one officially in November sometime, and this is the 10th episode too. So we made it to 10, double digits.
Double digits, that's what's up.
Hell yeah.
10 episodes. Remember to follow the podcast. We're not finishing it there, but we'll be able to just mention that now because we tend to always forget to mention that. 15th of November was the first one. So 15th of November.
Yeah.
So how many months? Shit, I'm really bad at maths. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 or 5 months, right?
5 months, and we've been able to do 10 episodes. We have more films, like we've mentioned.
Yeah,
we have
do.
more.
But they're like the topics that we talk about on those are very out of date to what happening now, and also I think we should only really upload them when we could upload when we blow up, bro. When we blow up, we're gonna upload those, and they're gonna be like, wow, look how different they were. That's the plan.
Yeah.
So if you want to see them, blow us up.
That's what I'm excited for. Is the glow up? To be honest, the glow up of the Dropout podcast. See us go another level.
Oh my god.
That's when it's gonna get like I said. That's when it's gonna get really
consistency, bro. I'm telling you, it's just it comes down consistency. That's.
But there was somebody that that's been doing a podcast like as of recent that I've seen, and they were really struggling to do it. But I mentioned to them that it was like the idea of filming it over Discord, because I said it was a better like quality of Zoom. And because he asked for suggestions, and I was like, I gave him a suggestion. He didn't even respond. I saw that he's seen it, and I was like, okay, I've taken my time to tell you something. Do you know what I mean? Like, he could at least acknowledge it. Do you know what I mean? It's
you got Ed, bro. Like, you got Ed.
Yeah, for no reason, because he asked for like, any suggestions with like dealing with the podcast in these times, and I was like, Discord is a brilliant app. I was like, it works really well. It's worked really well with my friend. And he just fucking aired me. I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was like, there's no need.
Whenever the problem I have is like when people message me, they'll say something, and if I don't know how to respond to that thing that they've said, for example, on Instagram, this is just in particular to Instagram, I'll just like the message and then I won't respond. But people are upset because liking a message isn't a response, which I agree with. But how the fuck am I meant to respond to some of the things that people say to me? I could talk about this one in particular where this person is just DMing me, right, on Instagram, and I can't say the name, and I can't, but it's some of the things is just like I don't know how to respond to it, and it's like. I think I uploaded a podcast, right? And I put it on my story, right? Yeah. Just whatever. And I remember that they responded to it and they said, haha, seems like this is your thing now. And then X. It's a girl, FYI. And I'm thinking like, how the fuck am I just liked the message and then I just ignored it.
Yeah.
I struggle responding to people. It's not because I'm trying to be a dick. It's just that
It's a bit of a weird thing to say, though, isn't it? Like, oh, this is what you're doing now. Yes, it's very clearly what I'm doing. You can see that this is number.
It was something like seems 7. To be this is your thing now. Like saying that I'm like, I don't even know. But it's just, the main point is that don't say things to people that they say things to people whether you can expect a response. You know, ask a question. Don't put a statement. Since like obviously since this happening now, do you find yourself like talking to more of your friends like on like the phone or anything? Yeah, I speak to like on Instagram at least. I speak to all my friends like on Discord at least anyway all the time. But I find that in the recent months I've made like a lot more friends online, and I've met these friends through Tinder, may I add. But they're cool. They are cool people, and one of them I met in Canada too. Fun fact.
Is it?
Yeah,
I try and FaceTime you like every week, like I'll always try and take like because I've started taking more time to like either ring my mum or ring my brother or ring you or like ring my friends. Like I've like tried to like reach out to people because some people could be going through like a really shit time. Do you know what I mean? It hit home for me the other day when my mother's friend, like work colleague, passed away from it, like working as a nurse. So like I was like, oh shit! Like that wasn't that. I know this sounds stupid, but that wasn't far from my like surroundings.
Yeah, my friend. That's around you. Yeah, I think that even like what hit me with this whole corona was that I saw this meme years ago where it was like this guy texted. People may know this meme, but it blew up on the internet. This guy this grandmother accidentally texted the wrong number and thought it was like her nephew or her grandson or something like that. I think it was a nephew. And the guy responded, and it was for Thanksgiving, basically letting them know the dates for the Thanksgiving. And the guy was like, haha, this isn't blah, 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 but I'm down to come for Thanksgiving. They met up and they had Thanksgiving every year for 4 years.
Whoa.
And now,
Shit.
he posted that the people that he's been going to Thanksgiving for every single year with his girlfriend, that either the woman who or the woman that guys, they're very old people, like elderly people. One of them passed away, and it was just
Shit.
like that. For some reason, even affected me because I remember seeing there's like a history to it, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know that I was just like, damn,
It's-
that's surreal.
It's like, and that's what I'm really aware of. Why I know it sounds stupid, but I'm really trying to follow the rules of what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
know what I mean?
for sure.
And it really bugs. It does really bug me when I see people not doing it, and I'm like, come on, man! Like you, just do it for fuck's sake. Like, no one wants to live like
I
this.
don't want to be stuck inside all summer.
No. You know the worst
Don't.
thing, though, is I feel bad for, like, like the nurses that have had to move out of their houses because, like, maybe their partner or their child is as a high risk, but they're a nurse, but they can't stop working. Do you know what I mean? They're needed on the front line to do it, and some people have moved out of their houses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really need to, like, I know it sounds stupid. I haven't been that humble to the point where I've had to, like, I've lost, like, a family member from this, or a friend, touch wood. But I think people do need to start to, like, realize what's really going on. Do you know what I mean? People are like, people that are young, people that are old, are dying from this. People that are vulnerable, people that aren't, are passing away from this. And it's weird. It's really weird because I find myself frustrated. Do you know what I mean? I start to get, like, I'm one of those people that gets, like, more anxious, or like, I'm on a bit more edge when I'm out or anything. But I don't take it out on anyone when I'm in public. I just think in my head, like, fuck you. When I came out of I forgot to say, when I came out of Tesco, there was just a massive group of people waiting outside for their, like, loved ones or, like, their friends or anything, because I could see other families and stuff like that. But I was like, for fuck, like, you're all, like, here. And I walked out. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this is definitely not social distancing, 100%. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you been into, like, a Tesco and stuff like that? Or
Oh
anything?
yeah. I like the one that I'm, like, not too far from, like, just down my road. You had to, like, queue up and
Yeah.
all
It's
that.
like,
They block, like, a certain
way.
path. Yeah, you have to go one way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fucking security, like, not security guards, because they're acting like security. Some Tesco employees are acting like legit security guards. They'll come around the corner like, hey, I'm like, fuck.
Really?
Yeah, this one guy came around like, hey, follow the one way. And I was like, okay. I was like, there's a way to tell me. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like, for fuck's sake. I understand. Like, I walked down one way, the wrong way once. That was it. And he fucking leaped around the corner. So I could tell that he was watching me on CCTV.
You have
And
to.
I was like,
can you overtake people in that thing? Like, because I walked past people and I wasn't too. Or somebody was walking really slow in front of me. And I'm just like, I don't want to be here, so I'm going to walk past them. Am I allowed to do that? Because I don't even know if I'm allowed to do that.
I walked past someone earlier on because I was at the checkout. Obviously, they're not going to see this, so I can say this. But I was at the checkout, and I was like, "Fuck, I forgot the milk." So I ran back, and I said to the woman, "Is it okay for me to go up there?" And she was like, "Yeah, that's fine." I ran past this guy. He was like, "Hey," I was like, "What?" And he was like, 2 meters. I was like,
Really?
yeah, and I was like, all right, okay, I understand. Bearing in mind now, I was wearing a face mask and I had gloves on. I had used hand sanitizer. This man didn't have gloves on. He didn't have a face mask on. He had a t-shirt on and he had shorts on. And I was like, right, if you're going to preach to me about 2 meters, maybe protect yourself a little bit more if you're that way.
Yeah, I would have said that to him. I would have 100%.
I said, no, I know, I did.
Oh.
That's what I said. I said to him, I was like, I've got these on. I was like, I've got a face mask, I've got gloves on, and I kept on walking. And he was like, just ask next time, mate. I said, I ran past you. I said, if I had said to you, excuse me, and he would have said, okay, and I walked past him, it would have been a longer exchange of me passing him. Now, I understand that it does spread and everything like that, but I was like, there's no need to be a dick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, some people are really stingy about it. That's the thing.
Yeah, man,
and the weird thing is that the people who are stingy about it are the people who aren't wearing masks. So
Yeah.
I think that there's, like, they must think. I think there's an actual process in their brain where they think that the people who are wearing masks, they
Are ill.
Are ill, yes, which isn't true. They are.
No, I had
So
the wrong
stupid.
prior to us going into lockdown and everyone it'd been circling around in China. It was a big thing, the coronavirus. So obviously that was back in like February, wasn't it? And
Yeah.
I went to a battle up in London, and I saw these guys with face masks on. And my friend, I said to my friend, I was like, "Fuck, look." And she went, "Oh no, they're not doing anything. They're protecting themselves, and they're also protecting you." Because watched Joe Rogan's podcast the other day. Is that it? It protects you from having like germs obviously coming into your system, but it also protects you if it protects them. Sorry, if you're coughing or if you had like if you're just breathing, it doesn't. It stops it
Yeah,
obviously. And
of course.
I'm like, okay, so you're actually looking out for people when you're wearing that. So if you're gonna come at me and say, "Oh, excuse me, mate, 2 meters," like, and he got like quite pissed off, and I was like getting my milk. I was like, "Fuck!" I was like, "I don't need this shit." I was like, "For fuck's sake!" I just ran past you. I've had people walk past me. Like when you're walking, if you're walking 2 meters apart, like in a path or anything, that's this. You're still walking in their air. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Some people are just dicks for no reason.
yeah,
It does feel like that, and it like
yeah. I agree.
that's the one thing I'm looking forward to the most as well is that anxiety of kind of because hopefully we'll get some sort of antibody or if we get like a cure or a vaccine or something, the anxiety levels will dip because
Yeah,
people will be able to just relax. People will be able to go back to normal. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, and that's gonna be a long time. I think
yeah.
it's not gonna be 3 weeks now and then it's gonna be sorted because China went in for 12 weeks and that was much more extreme.
That's time. Are they out of it now or what?
I think Wuhan are, but apparently there's a lot of people saying, obviously pointing to the fact that they could be covering up a lot of shit, which is true, which is true. But
Yeah,
it's you've got to put in perspective. Obviously, we'll take it on face value, and that they are out of lockdown, but they were much more extreme, weren't they?
yeah,
We're
for
not
sure.
as extreme, and like we mentioned prior in the podcast.
Yeah,
Fuck, it's been a good one.
yeah. I think we,
You know,
unless there's anything else that you want to add.
No, I think we've covered a lot. I think we've covered a lot, and I think we've had a good
Yeah, it's been around 50 minutes.
decent, not bad. That's
I
not,
don't know how, but the last one that we recorded, it felt like that went for longer,
yeah,
but
that
that was
felt
only
like,
30
but
minutes.
I think it was because obviously like I said to you earlier on when we were talking privately that it's a weird setup. This is very different, but it obviously it's not gonna be like this forever. Obviously,
No.
go and watch our old podcast and we'll
One
have
thing, one thing I will
yeah,
say, and I haven't even said this to you, but one thing that I told myself is that when all of this is like all over and like actually like meet up and record podcasts, that's when I think that we'll start putting a lot more production into the actual
yeah,
podcast in terms of like the camera, the microphone. I do want to get like 2 microphones
yeah. I
because
think
that would improve so much the camera and everything like that. It'd be good. It would be
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So I
I
think
think I think I think that's what we should. I think that's what we should do. I think we spoke about this previously. I think well, we should invest in this now. We've been doing it. We've got 10 episodes down, and we've been good so far. We're still good for right now. But I think we should. I think we are going to look into that a lot more, in my opinion. But
yeah.
that's what we can look forward to. I think we should start to not churning them out more as well. But I think we should start trying like getting more guests on, and that's something.
Yeah, I think next one I could we said this last week, but
I think we should. I think we should. I
I
think we
could get
should.
someone who has like I can get like one of my friends who has like, kind of like an interesting background as to what they do.
Yeah. Well, I think we should do that then.
All
I
my
know we said
friends are cooler than me. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like all of my friends that I know are just doing something that is like cool, and it's just all I can do is talk about how cool they are. That's what I do. It's like what?
Well, no, we've had 10 episodes and we've been able to speak. We've had a good viewership, and I would like to say I'd like to not be one of those guys. But I would like to touch on the fact that we are very grateful for like the kind of viewership that we've had. In my
Oh yeah,
opinion,
for sure.
I feel like we've got a
The
good
feedback too.
little. Yeah, we've had a really we've
You
had
you
good
tell me
feedback.
that you always get a lot of like feedback from
Yeah,
people.
yeah, and it's nice that people actually invest in it and listen to the whole podcast and can then give us feedback. Then do you know what I mean? After look
Yeah,
thing, do you know what I mean as a
yeah.
whole. But
Uh,
no, thank you very much for listening to the Dropout podcast, and we will see you sometime next week. Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Bye bye.
No blip.